And my bad, guys. I don't know what I was doing. I forgot to put this fight up here. I forgot to do this one. So, Cody Durden taking on Tagir Ulanbekov. Um, Great fight. I'm really interested in this fight. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the more underrated fights on the entire card. Two guys that I think could challenge some of the better guys in the division. And you look at Ulanbekov, he hasn't fought in a while. He hasn't fought in over a year. The last time we saw him was in last November where he submitted Nate Maness in the first round. So I don't know exactly why Ulanbekov has taken this long layoff, but in general, Ulanbekov has a history of pulling out of fights. I mean, you look at since 2020, he's withdrawn from 6 fights. So maybe he's just not that trustworthy of a guy when it comes to actually showing up. But 3-1 in the promotion, 32 years old. So I feel like definitely needs to get going now. But he's beaten some good guys. I mean, he beat Bruno Silva, he beat Alon Nascimento, beat Nate Maness. So if he can beat Cody Durden, I think he'll deserve a top 10 guy. Cody Durden, he's come the hard way in the UFC also. I mean, came in against Chris Gutierrez at 135. And he was only 1-2 his first 2 fights. But he's clawed his way back. He went to American Top Team. He quit his job, took MMA full time. And in 2023, he's 2-0. Hasn't lost in a year and a half. And is on a 3-fight winning streak. So this win is going to kind of establish Durden if he can get the win as one of the better guys in the weight class. And you look at Tagir Ulanbekov, he's a tall, long, and lanky fighter for the weight. He has a 3-inch reach advantage over Cody Durden, and he likes to fight behind the jab, and then when fighters get aggressive, close the distance, he'll take them down. He brings the pressure. He likes to back fighters up with his long punches, and Ulanbekov has a decent straight right hand. Overall, he's clean. He's accurate as a puncher. Ulanbekov throws some rear round kicks to the body, to the head. His defense on the feet, to me, isn't great. He can get away with it, though, because of his length, his wrestling threat. He has a good ability to control distance, but keeps his chin right in the air. He can get dropped. He's also susceptible to low kicks, and his composure is elite, so he's hard to finish, and he recovers quickly. He's never been finished, but we have seen him obviously be hurt. And he's shown no power. I mean, the guy has 0 knockouts in his whole career. But he is a great wrestler. Good body locks. He could push fighters against the cage, take them down from there. On top, he has good control. He can be a little inactive, so that's an issue. But he has good back takes. And he can't be taken down as well, though. I mean, we saw Bruno Silva hit some double legs on him. We saw Tim Elliott hit several takedowns. And Tagir Ulanbekov's front chokes are very dangerous, so Cody Durden needs to be very aware of that. Ulanbekov has 7 submission wins. Cardio for Ulanbekov is on point. He can dig deep in close fights, but 32 years old, having not fought in over a year, there could be some ring rust, some digression we see, or regression. And you look at Cody Durden, he's an underrated striker in my opinion. He's improved his composure and his defense, plus he's getting better with his hands. Southpaw, so that's a different look, and Durden's always wrestling, so fighters have to respect when he level changes, and then you'll bounce in and out. He's really fast, big crosses, big overhands, big uppercuts. He's improved his jab. He has alright kicks, and America Top Team is notorious for calf kicks, so I think in this matchup, those are going to be there for him against Ulanbekov. And Durden has power for this weight class. I think he's going to have a big power advantage. He's aggressive, and he was looking really good with his pullback counter cross in his last fight. He landed some sick elbows. And I feel like he's been fighting superior and more dangerous strikers than Tagir Ulanbekov and beating them on the feet. So I think that the striking may be somewhat competitive, but Durden will just be more powerful. And I think the leg kicks are going to be a difference too. And Cody Durden is an elite wrestler. He has extremely fast level changes. He has a plethora of different finishes. He could chain wrestle. He's very gritty. When he gets on top, he's aggressive with his ground pound. He has great back takes, good back control. He could hit mat returns, tire guys out just by wearing them like a blanket. 29 takedowns in 8 UFC fights. His last 3 fights alone, he has 19 takedowns. And he's only been taken out twice. So just extremely good there. And Durden's one issue has been his submission defense. You look at his UFC losses, he got submitted in both of them. He had an extremely close call. He was close to being submitted against Jake Hadley. But he's a dog, though. I mean, he proved that in his last fight. Unless you have him absolutely dead to rights, you won't submit him. And I think in this fight, Durden should showcase his striking. Sprawl and brawl. I do think he can get takedowns too, but he just has to be super careful with leaving his neck out there. And cardio for Durden is extremely good. He can push an elite pace. I think Cody Durden has the better striking, is bigger, more physical. He's probably the better wrestler too. As long as he avoids getting caught in a choke, I see him winning the fight by doing more damage, being more of a dog. And if Ulanbekov wins, I think it's going to be through him catching that guillotine that he hit on Nate Maness. So I'm going to predict Durden to win via decision. I just think he's the better fighter here and should get the job done.